ka na ba? Alas 6 na ng gabi. Travel well na. Travel well. Let your wellness take you to places. Makipagkwentuhan kasama si Miss Christine Verdeflor Mahadillas. Dito lamang sa Travel Well. Sa impilang may todong lakas. DWIZ 882. Travel well. Let your wellness take you to places.
Yes, this is Tin Mahadillas, and I'm with Coach Clint. Good evening.
Ayan, good evening, everyone. Again, we're back for real again.
Yeah, we're back, and we are so excited for tonight. Good evening, our dear audience, our dear listeners. Of course, we're being watched also on TV broadcast via ICTV, Clint, right?
Yes,
and
that's
then,
right.
Of course, we have your YouTube channel. And then...
We have the online platforms, that's correct. We have Facebook, right?
We're actually quad media, Clint.
Yes.
We are so excited because we have our international guest tonight.
Yes, andito po sa harap namin si Malakas at si Maganda.
Yeah. I think so, yeah. Perfect. Okay. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you our international athlete.
Yes, the one and only, the epitome of strength.
Yes.
And, you know,
he is
superstar of the MMA
arena. Clint. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's all welcome Mr. Mark Mugen Striegel.
Right. What's up, everybody? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mark, for giving us time.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Yeah, of course. Our international athlete, you've been working with UFC for a while, right, Mark? And then he is also our SEA Games champion, Clint.
Yes, we would like to congratulate you again, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, I won SEA Games here in Manila in 2019. So that was an awesome experience, and can't wait to represent the country again in next competitions.
Right. Mark is a well-traveled guy, aside from being an athlete. Definitely. And he is also an island guy, I think. Island boy. Kasi your mom, right? Your mom is also from Mindoro, Mark.
Yes. My mom is from Calapan, from Calapan City in Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro. And my dad is from New York. From New York in the States. So I'm a Philam.
Oh, Filipino blood it is.
Yes.
It is.
But let me correct you there, no, Coach Tin. It's Island Hunk.
Yeah, it should be
Island
Island Hong, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to know that your mom is from Mindoro. And I think there's also viewers from Mindoro. Hi, everyone.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
From Mindoro.
Yes. So, Mark, can you tell us more about what you are preparing for right now?
Right now, I'm focusing... right now, I'm a dual sport athlete, so I focus on... mixed martial arts. I'm a professional mixed martial arts fighter, and also I'm a national athlete for Sambo. I won gold in combat Sambo in the SEA Games. So upcoming competitions, should have something, maybe an MMA at the end of the year. We're in negotiations right now, but definitely for Sambo, I'll be representing the Philippines in the Asian Indoor Martial Arts Games, which is a big competition, all of Asia. That's going to be in March of next year. So training hard for both sports, and just enjoying.
Yeah, and we're so proud to have an athlete like you. You've been to ONE FC as well and UFC, right? So how is it traveling while doing these fights? For sure, you are a busy athlete and a guy, and you have also your family with you right now. So how do you manage your a well-balanced wellness
with all these trainings, no?
Yes.
I like, after my fights and competitions, I like to extend my stay in every city that I visit for, a little extra, because before the fights and competitions, I can't really enjoy it, to be honest, because I'm dieting.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so focused and tunnel vision with the fights and the competitions. So I don't really have time to take in the sights and enjoy all these things. And I can't even eat much, because I'm dieting, because there are weight classes in mixed martial arts and fight sport as there are in boxing. So, after the fights is when I really get to enjoy the places that I get to visit. And fortunately, with my career as a fighter, I've been able to travel to a lot of places and see a lot of cool cities and meet new friends.
All right. Oh, we would like to ask you some of the tips you would like to share to our audiences right now, watching right now, about your travel. What would you like to share to them when it comes to wellness when they're traveling?
You know, fitness, people make fitness so complicated sometimes, you know. All you got to do is get to the gym. Just get there. Half of the battle is just making it to the gym, you know, instead of sitting wherever you are in your room, playing on your phone and just procrastinating, you know, just make it there, get there. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need some intricate plan of your workout. You know, it is good to have a plan of attack and know what you're doing, but get there and exercise, get a good sweat going, and that's, you know, there you have it. Fitness
Right,
doesn't
I
have
agree to
be,
that. Mobility is what matters, right?
No, exactly. It's just about sweating and getting the heart rate up.
Yeah. And we are so excited, Mark. I know that you are a celebrity on your own, like an international celebrity, but we're looking forward to have more of you coming this season. Well, I think I heard you are an actor already in the next coming months. So we're looking forward to that, Mark.
Yeah, we shall see. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I'm in talks right now with some companies, so we'll see what happens with that. Maybe something in the works for the end of the year.
Yeah, and you have really inspired a lot of our athletes here in the Philippines. And we are so proud to have an international athlete, Filipino international athlete.
Yeah.
like you. Thank you so much, Mark, for having us here. Of course, I know that you're busy and yeah, you have a lot, but you have a lot of activities coming, and we are looking forward to watch you with your coming up. I don't know. There's a project kasi, so it's still a surprise. So
Looking forward to that,
you.
no?
yeah.
Thank you guys for having me, and yeah, I got national training after this, so I'll be going straight to training from here. So staying busy. Thank you guys.
All right.
Oh, probably you want to promote your YouTube or the other activities coming up for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night actually, I'll be cornering Boss Bullet. That's his name, Boss Bullet, against Mammoth at Club Xylo in BGC. I'll be cornering Boss Bullet in the main event against Mammoth.
Yeah.
So that's a big fight. That'll be Tuesday night at Club Xylo in BGC. And outside of that, you can follow me on social media, Mark Mugen, MarkMugen. I post a lot of fitness and martial arts related content. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Mark.
much.
You've been
My pleasure.
supporting a lot of our athletes, and that's so kind of you to support our local athletes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right. I hope you guys get that social media because there's a lot of fitness tips right there, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, our Island Hunk,
Island Hunk.
Mark
it is.
Mugen Striegel.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Mark. And we'll just have a short break, and we'll see you again. Travel well.
Travel well. Let your wellness take you to places. Kasama si Miss Christine Verdeflor Mahadillas.
Hi again. Once again, we're here at Travel Well. Okay, so I'd like to share to you some video clips that Mark Striegel shared to us. There.
And you got it. You got the Sadie move.
Alright, galing. Galing. Clint, actually, na-starstruck ako kanina. Kaya hindi ako. But anyway, Mark, thank you so much for the time. Because he's busy, but he was able to give us some of his time. And, of course, mas lalo akong na-excite because we have a very special guest.
Ito naman si Maganda.
Of course.
Oo.
And this young lady, I've known her for quite a while, since she was 18 years old. Yeah, I think if she remembers it right, in Kamsur during the Ibalong, I think. So anyway, back then, 18 years old, so batang-bata pa si Maganda noon. But we were so happy when she won the international crown, Clint.
So ito ay isang beauty queen, tama ba, Coach Tin?
Super, beauty queen. And not only beauty queen, she is an entrepreneur.
Ooh.
Yeah. She's a complete package, Coach
Complete
Clint.
package.
Yes. So anyway, I'd like to introduce to you our Miss Earth 2015, Miss Angelia Ong.
Hello, Mr.
Wow naman. Oo nga, medyo matagal-tagal na pala talaga kami ni Ate Tin. I call her Ate Tin.
Yeah.
Magkakilala. I don't think it was 18 though, because 18 I was still in Iloilo.
Oh, yeah?
Where I grew up. But I think I was very fresh from the province around like 2011 or 12, something like that. So yeah, it's been a decade.
It's been a
my
decade,
gosh.
Angel. We're so happy to have you.
I know, because she was my seatmate. We both judged a pageant actually in Kamsur.
Yes, I think it
And
was
since then,
Balong.
yeah, so since then we haven't lost touch.
Yeah.
Although we don't see each other maybe a few months, but we always find ourselves catching over coffee, dinner,
Yeah.
and freebies.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you.
it's so generous.
Angel, yeah, thank you so much
Very
because you just
thoughtful.
came from Paris, right? I think.
Actually, I came from. It wasn't just Paris. I actually went to 7 European countries, but
Nice.
before that, from Manila, I flew to Vietnam first for work. I walked for Vietnam International Fashion Week for a designer there, and then from Vietnam we went straight already to Europe. So, yeah, 7 countries. Like we stayed for 2.5 months. So it was my first full blast European summer.
Galing.
Yeah.
Once. Pero ang rami na, no?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
7
7
countries.
countries. Yeah.
Nice. So is it part of the program that you're doing, or it's really more of vacation?
It was really a vacation.
That's nice.
And of course, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next, I guess, because I've let go of a couple of things, actually a lot of things during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So, I took it as a time to enjoy. I've been working since I was 17. So,
Yeah, for sure.
it's been my dream to see, the Eiffel Tower, and finally, I got to see it almost every day for 3 weeks. I stayed in Paris for 3 weeks. And actually, after 3 more weeks here in Manila, I will be flying back there. I'm just going to finish the 3 months and 90 days that I am allowed to visit, and will fly out again. But yeah, I do love to travel. That's why I was very excited when you invited me to come over your show and, maybe share some of the experiences I've learned along the way since I was young and up until the recent trips, because I know it's very different to travel nowadays compared to how it was pre-pandemic.
True, because actually you won in Austria when you had a crown, right?
Actually, the last country before coming back to Manila, I went to Austria just to see the few, Filipino community, Ilonggo community, and the Filipino communities that really supported me big time when I competed there. I was only there for a few days, like 4, and it was a little bit rainy for the first 2 days, so I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to. But at least I was able to go to some of the places that I wanted to go when I was there, but I couldn't because I was strictly part of the group for Miss Earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finally got to see more palaces.
So how do you compare our islands versus, the places you've been to?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I still need to explore more, but if we're going to talk about at least the recent experience, I did go to Greece.
Oh,
So I hit up 3 islands. Well, I arrived in Athens first, so there wasn't really it wasn't a beach visit. It was more on history. Because my boyfriend and I, we both love, he more than I do, he loves history. I watch documentaries, but he's he's so passionate about history. But yeah, Athens, and then we went to Mykonos and Santorini. But I'd love to say that the beach that still gave me goosebumps, that level of goosebumps up until this day is still from the Philippines. And that's when I went to El Nido.
wonderful. Yeah.
So El Nido is still one of my best. But I was told that I have to check out more. Well, I'm very game for that. The world is very big.
Correct. I mean, that's
So-
one thing that we are to be proud of as Filipinos, right?
Oh yeah, I always bring Philippines with me wherever I go. I always tell them I always ask have you been to my country? Because I see your country is beautiful,
Yeah.
but I am a natural ambassador of my of my motherland. So
Yes.
I'd always encourage them to stop by and visit, because honestly, I think that we just have so much potential.
True.
We have it. And the more I travel, the more I realize, why are there not much tourists that come to my beautiful country? I just found out before going to Austria, I actually had a quick stop in Palma de Mallorca in Spain. I visited a friend there. And Palma de Mallorca is not very big. It's actually it's such a small island, you know, like, but it's a beautiful island where in 15, 20 minutes you find yourself by the beach or by the mountains, and you can drive around. Like, it's so beautiful. I do understand why my friend wanted to like retire there. But I found out that they actually have like more tourists, not against, but like compared to the Philippines. They have more tourists than us, and they're so small. Like for the Philippines in a year.
Yes.
Like I forgot the numbers. My friend told me this, but like I was pretty much shocked that they have more visitors than us.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, and even just our nearby countries, you know, like neighboring countries like Bali, for example, Indonesia. Oh my God, like tourists are like, if you just check the statistics.
Yeah.
That's why we feel like we're so near, but
Yeah.
it's achievable, and I'm very, very optimistic. You know, we now have a new administration.
True,
Maybe
yeah.
there's changes that could improve our tourism.
Yeah, we are actually blessed to have an Angelia Ong, who's an ambassador of our islands in the Philippines.
Of
and we should
course,
be having more of you.
Province.
Yeah, Iloilo, right? So
I grew up in Iloilo, and of course, in Iloilo, we also have a lot of beaches there.
Yeah.
Not as popular as Boracay, but Boracay is very near.
Yeah,
so I
that's
grew
like
up summers
an hour?
in Boracay. No, not an hour. Before, I remember I would wake up so early,
and then
ride a bus going to Boracay to Aklan
not-
for 6 hours.
okay.
It used to be 6 hours, but now, of course, with technology
flights.
and the roads are better, I think you can do it. You can achieve like
Less than 2?
Yeah,
3 to
half.
4. Half, yeah, 3 to 4 hours. That's 3. You might be very fast, or you might be traveling at night or whatever.
Yeah,
but
I think that's
4
one good
hours is
thing
safe.
that, ecotourism roads are being built right now.
I agree. I agree. We really should, take advantage of the natural resources that we have.
The landscape that we
That's
have.
why they all want us.
Yeah.
Ayun guys, talagang natatameme ako. Ang ganda talaga ni Miss Angelia. Ano?
Tayo nakakainis masyado.
Hindi ako makapagsalita ng maayos. Sabi, parang babe na ako ngayon eh. Pero guys, with the story of Miss Angelia Ong, talagang legit traveler. So with that, Miss Angelia Ong, what would you like to share to our audiences? At paano mo sila ma-encourage na mag-travel?
To travel more. You know, honestly, I know you probably heard this from a friend or from everybody, but really, traveling will improve or will bring growth.
Yeah.
It really widens your horizon. My gosh, I've been traveling since I was young. Like, my mom would bring me everywhere. So, but now that I'm older and more able and capable, I've reached actually, I don't remember how many countries I've been already,
It's nice.
but it's more or less 30 countries, something like that. But it's really helped me find myself.
Yeah.
It's not just like a plot in the movie. It's actually quite real. The more I experience things, the more I get to appreciate the little things in life.
Yeah.
Which
Which matters a lot.
matters a lot. Yeah. I went through a little bit of a heartbreak in the past year, and traveling has really helped me with healing. Healing is a long process.
Yeah.
But it's traveling has really helped me I guess navigate through it and just be thankful of every sunrise and sunset that I've seen around the globe, because I love watching sunsets more than sunrise because I sleep in the morning. But I love how Europe actually has daylight until 10 p.m. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
So you get to be more productive. That's for me.
Daylight until 10 p.m.
Yeah, for summer.
Oh, wow.
I was actually very shocked when I got there.
In Europe, right?
In Europe, correct.
Yeah, that's nice.
So there's a big chance we'll probably go back next year. I really had such a good time. And it's so different. I don't know why the pasta and it tastes so different in Italy. Pizza, like where they're from, it just makes it taste so much better. And I love like how honest their food is. Like I went to so many places. Sorry, there's like just so many things I want to share. But yeah. Ask away if you have any questions.
Of course.
Like traveling through the pandemic or whatever. I'll share my experiences.
Ganun pala
Things I've
yan.
learned along the way.
Kaya pala yung feeling na parang nung tanong ako sa kanya kanina, parang ganito pala yung pageant, no? Pag nagtatanong sa beauty queen. Ganun yung feeling. So I really like the answer, yung growth. Kasi andun talaga yun eh. Kapag you travel, you experience the culture of the places you go, no? Talagang you will feel like, ay, marami pa pala akong hindi alam. Marami pala akong pwede pang ma-experience with not just the places, but the culture again and the people as well. No?
Yes, it humbles you down and gets you excited. Like, I know, like, for 2.5 months, like seven countries might be really a lot, but like, I'm so thankful that I got to experience them.
True.
And also with what you went through, sabi niya nga, it healed you, no?
Yeah. I feel like it's, you know, part of like a therapy. It's a therapy for me. Yeah.
Well, from our tagline, wellness can bring you to places. I think
Yes, that's
one
true.
thing that Angelia has experienced. I mean, as you were telling the stories to the places you've been through, Angelia, parang dinadala mo kami doon. So,
I haven't even gone into details yet. Like, oh my God.
we still have time, Angel. So
Okay.
just have one quick break, and then we still have 30 minutes.
Travel well.
Travel well. Let your wellness take you to places. Kasama si Miss Christine Verdeflor Mahadillas.
Welcome back to our dear audiences. Yung mga natatraffic po dyan, pakinggan nyo kami. We have our Miss Earth 2015, Miss Angelia Ong. She will be sharing to us a lot of her experiences when it comes to travel. Not only travel, but also into wellness.
Definitely. And again, sabay-sabay po tayo napapakinggan no, sa DYKB Bacolod, DZBS Baguio, DZRL Batak, DXKD Dipolog, DXKD Davao, DXKO Cagayan de Oro, DXXX Zamboangan, DZKI Iriga. Ayan.
Yeah. And then, okay, we're so excited, Angel, to, hear your stories, your travel stories. Ang sarap naman no? 2.5 months, 7 countries.
Yes.
And then
7 countries. Pero I think one of my favorite was the first place that I went to. The moment I landed in Europe, we went to Lake Como for a wedding, and we stayed for a couple more days just to experience it by ourselves, and it was really beautiful. It's like, as in sobrang surreal. Like, of course, that was our first stop, and I got to see a lot more. But like, it really just stuck with me because like, it's the feeling of like enchantment. Like Lake Como has that feeling. When you, kasi it's ano, hindi mahirap kumuha ng boat there.
Talaga?
Basta meron ka ng driver's license. Kahit, well, not driver's license with a boat, but like actual driver's license. It's very easy to
go around the place.
To drive the boat in the lake.
So Lake Como ba is near somewhere?
It's in Italy. So Milan side. So we landed in Milan, and then we drove like 1.5 hours to 2 hours max to Lake Como. And I think it was so memorable because aside from the beautiful wedding that we went to, when it rains there's a guaranteed rainbow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was like,
Every
oh my
day ba?
God.
Umuulan doon?
Not every day, but every time it rains, there's always a rainbow. And there was one particular day na it rained, and we were in the hotel room with a very big window. Na parang it looks like a moving painting, and then it rained. So, nagkaroon ng double rainbow. And the thing is, you can see the end of the rainbow sa lake. So imagine if you were actually on a boat while that happened. Like, you can actually be under a rainbow or something. It's
enchanting.
And it's not the pot of gold. You are gold.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
You are the gold.
Yeah. So
But
double rainbow.
Double rainbow.
Galing.
It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. But after that, we jumped from one place to another. Parang we started in again Milan, Como, back to Milan, and then we went to Venice, and then we went to Greece from Athens, Mykonos, Santorini, and then back to Rome for my birthday. I spent my birthday there. And then after that, I went to my friend's birthday naman in Amalfi. And then from Amalfi, we flew to Paris na. So because we were bouncing too much, it was really exhausting. People think, like, of course, I only post like the easy breezy ones, you know, like all made up or with shades. But like what you don't know in, you know, in traveling, my gosh, like the lines to the airport, like making sure that you're on time for the train, because their train is pretty decent, you know, it's very clean and it's easy too. It's very comfortable.
But so you would use train every time?
Yeah, train and flights.
Yeah, because that's convenient yung train.
Yes,
right?
yes. And it's, you know, it's not very expensive either. So that's why you can hit a lot of countries while you're in Europe. So yeah, and then after Paris, we went on a cruise.
Sarap ng buhay ni Hazel.
No, it wasn't. It actually, no, medyo nag-extend kami kasi I was supposed to be back in the US na, but I couldn't go back because of my visa restrictions. So yon tips pala if you guys have you know, tourist visas like me. In the US, we're only allowed 180 days. Maximum na yon. Pero you can't do over 180 because I was told when I was in the US, I went to another country, a quick trip for like 2 weeks. When I came back, the immigration officer told me that they won't be able to stamp my passport because it's under 30 days. So it's not considered a meaningful travel. So tips for you guys when you're in the US and you go outside of the US and you intend to come back to the US territory. Make sure that if you want a stamp, like it has to be more than 30 days. If not, they count that as a stay in the US. So yun yung naging problem ko back then. And so I couldn't go back to the original like days or months that I was supposed to be back in the US na. So but it's a good blessing. It's actually a blessing in disguise. I got to explore Europe more. So yeah.
So what do you mean, like nagsita sila when you're already in the immigration? Or?
Yeah, when I was entering US back na, you know, they're very strict. They told me like, you know, if you stay too long, it's gonna look like you're abusing your visa. So I got scared, you know. I mean,
they let you enter?
Yeah, because I still have a few more weeks. I still have a few more weeks, but it's, you know, it's adding up.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi sila fiscal year. So they count from the last entry, your last entry. So they counted my entry from the previous year. So mauubos ko yung 180 days. So now I had to, you know,
so that's a good learning. Thank you for sharing that,
yes. And also, if you have a Schengen visa, depending on the which country granted you, you can check. But I applied mine in Italy because that was my entry point.
True.
They actually allow you 90 days in total for the first 180 days.
Really?
Yeah. So I learned that the hard way and not along the way. Hindi ko alam, and like that's why I came back.
90 out of 180.
So you're only allowed 3 months. So I was there 2.5.
Correct.
So that's why after this I can go back and maximize it 2 more weeks before I head back to the US.
So hindi siya one time, no? Pwedeng
stay like for 180
yeah, because
consume the rest of
depending on how long yung binigay sa'yo na visa, because like mine, I was given 1 year. So in that, you know, when I can visit back again, siguro after 180 days na naman na antay.
Yeah.
Tapos saka na pwede ulit pumunta. So, yun.
That's a good thing to know.
Yeah, because these things I didn't even know. I really just learned along the way when I was about to exit. That's when they told me, because I thought I could stay even longer. So it helps you plan ahead.
True.
The next time around. So don't make my mistakes, guys.
We learned
I hope nakatulong.
for By the way, just to ask you, Miss Angela, for the 2.5 months, no? How's your diet? Ang sarap ng pagkain dun for sure.
I get that question a lot kasi sabi nga nila, like, you know, anybody you know that went to Europe for summer, they come back like twice their size.
Of course.
Well, for me, I still enjoy my food, you know, but aside from, thank you Lord for my genes, but it's also I'm very conscious with the intermittent fasting. So, very, not naman super strict. There are times na I can't, but I really try my best to, I usually kasi I do, my normal intermittent fasting is
What time do you
16 and
start?
8. So,
Okay.
16 hours I fast, and then 8 hours I eat whatever I want.
Okay.
Like,
So,
kahit
Okay,
like
what time do you
sweet-
start eating? Like,
I stopped
Lunchtime?
eating actually. Yeah, lunchtime.
Time
So
mo
I
na.
stopped eating at 8 p.m.
Okay.
By 12 noon, I can eat.
Eat
So between
anything.
12 noon
Okay.
hanggang 8 p.m., that's a good time to, because we don't really, syempre, it's in our, it's really in our culture
Yeah.
na, syempre, kailangan mag-breakfast, lunch,
yun, 3
dinner.
times a
may
day
snacks
na meal.
pa tayo, diba?
Ay,
Pero like, honestly, like, our body, I think if Mark was still here, he would, educate us na we don't really need that much food intake naman. Because, depende siguro how yung
Your daily lifestyle,
activities or lifestyle are. But me, I really enjoyed the food. There were times, tsaka we carry with us a very small portable weighing scale.
because every time you have to
Every day we weigh
yourself.
And in the morning, not naman in an obsessive way, but just to, like, pag medyo huma-100,
Oo, kasi you have to monitor.
Hinahinay lang. Pero I think the heaviest I was during the trip, parang nasa 119.
Oo. So, it's important ba to count your calories?
I don't
Intake?
count.
Hindi naman.
I don't count.
Oo.
Actually, every body kasi is different. Whatever
Yes.
works for your body, you embrace. I share what works with my body, but it
True.
could work for another and not work for another. So, trial and error for me. Tsaka, ako kasi, of course, you have to listen to your body. If you're
True.
hungry, you can eat naman. But IF kasi really works for me. And it has a lot of, like, health benefits, if I'm not mistaken also. Like,
True.
it really helps your health.
Yeah. So, talking about our diet, because, wellness, we're talking about wellness, holistic wellness here. So, it's not only about the physical. Of course, ikaw, sobrang ganda head to toe. No? Physical
Ako lang.
wellness, perfect
Pilipina.
probably. Oo. But yeah, most importantly is our emotional health and mental health. Especially during the pandemic, di ba, Angel?
Oh, gosh,
A lot of
yeah.
people and even friends of ours were really affected because of the 2 years gap. Parang ganun, no? Nagkaroon ng
Yeah,
gap.
it was a very difficult time for everybody, and I'm like right now at the point where I try not to take it too hard or too seriously. I'm trying to let go as slowly as I can, like whatever happened in those years.
Yeah.
I'm more focused on my own mental health as well. Like, it was actually this past year where I realized that I have to put myself first, or at least like mentally.
Yeah.
It was very challenging. There was actually a time last year where I stopped posting in social media for like a few months until I came back, because I had to put my mental health first. I went through a very personal struggle with, some that then very important people for me. And we had a falling apart. So it was very hard. But then, you grow through what you go through. So I've learned a lot from it. And I was very, very thankful that I have a really good support system. At first, I thought I had nobody, but then sometimes the first step, kasi when you go through something, is to accept the fact that you're going through something. Because it was hard for me that time because I could not believe it. Like, I was in denial that I was not okay.
Yeah.
Because as beauty queens, there's a lot of expectations. People put you on a pedestal. You always have to be strong because you're the one who always has to inspire. But
Yeah.
like everybody else, we're also human, you know, like we go through challenges every day. Maybe it's slightly different from yours, but the impact could be the same or even worse.
True.
So, yeah, I think if, you know, there are people who's going through something, just remember that it's only temporary. And if I can't explain what's happening to me, I always just like ask myself or like ask God, like, what are you trying to teach me with this thing that I'm going through?
Sure.
Like, what's the lesson? Am I missing something? That's the things that I ask myself. Because if the struggle or the pain is just so long, you know, like, what am I missing? Because you know, like, these are the things that you ask yourself. And don't be shy. Huwag pong mahiya humingi ng tulong.
Yeah, definitely.
Importante yon, napaka-importante. Ako, I'm actually going to therapy because I know I need it. Huwag tayong mag-self-medicate lang.
Yeah.
Ask professionals.
Help, yeah.
It wasn't just me. This pandemic has really affected a lot of people and a lot of people that I know dearly as well. So yeah, check up on your friends here and there. You know, you don't have to like see each other all the time, but just check up on them, because when I was going through stuff before, I thought I had none because nobody even noticed I was gone.
And you, as a celebrity, in a way, you are really expected like to inspire people, right? But you cannot pour from an empty cup.
That's true.
Right?
You cannot give what you don't have. That's
And
I believe
think-
in that as well.
And I think it's good that you mentioned, Angel, you know, the spiritual aspect of things.
Yes.
I mean, I believe that it is interconnected in a way on
I really love that
all
answer,
areas,
no?
right?
The very professional one na talagang pwede mong puntahan. Yun si God, no?
Of course,
Talagang-
we all have direct access to
Yes.
Him, you know.
Yes. Just
We
cast
don't
your
need to
worries
be-
upon Him.
Yeah, we don't need to be in church. We could be anywhere and we have access to talk
That's right,
to Him.
correct.
And I'm very thankful that, you know, it's really, you know, talking to God has really helped me a lot. Yeah.
And whenever we think of, you know, at times we would ask ourselves, who do we go to get advice? I think, you know, he said that we have a direct access to God. I mean, we listen to His Word and even read the
Yeah,
Bible, right?
a good like meditation or like alone time really helps. I think that's one of the things that I'm trying my best to practice more. You know, just be one with your mind. You know, check your thoughts.
True.
You know, it's the
And
good
also,
thing, no?
he was, you know, this is so funny. I'm pretty sure narinig niyo na rin to, pero sana naman wag tayo masyadong sumikat as drama nila, di ba? Pero lagi na yan, like, oh my God, we're going back to drama nila. But yeah, I mean, there's so much more to our country naman than that.
Yes.
But it is, we cannot deny that there is, you know, that there is a problem with mental. I'm actually very, very impressed how we've grown as a community in the mental health, you know, community.
Yes.
Now I feel like the stigma is not as how it used to be
Before,
which
yes.
is really good. Like that, if someone knows that you went to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, like,
Yes.
oh my God, ito
Yeah.
na. Krung-krung si ate.
I think the stigma is not anymore there because
It's
people
not
are more
as much.
mindful.
Yes, not only that, and a lot of big names, you know, are opening up about their personal experiences. So yeah, again, wag po sarilihin. Kasi
True.
ginawa ko rin yun, hindi din siya naging
Work. Hindi nag-work.
Yeah, hindi
It will be
talaga.
like a cycle.
Hindi talaga. And find people or pray for people that could, you know, surround yourself with people who really genuinely loves you.
True.
You know, and give it back also, syempre.
Totoo. Because I think life is truly just, it's a journey, right?
And also, every time I feel or I think that, you know, like the world is like crumbling, and sometimes I just there are times that I would like look at the stars.
Oh, yeah.
And when I start looking at the stars, it makes you think like, oh my God, like what are we but a speck of dust, even
Yes.
smaller than that. Like sometimes like it just blows my mind. If I have like such a big problem, I do look at the, you know, like a quick video
Yeah.
of like how like parang nag-zoom out from Earth going
Totoo.
to like galaxies and like, oh my God, like we're floating rock, you know? It's just, you know, it helps me. So baka makatulong din sa inyo pag isipin nyo, sa totoo lang. We, you know,
We're
there's,
blessed.
yes,
Yeah, we're blessed.
to even exist, you know?
Yeah. And tayo, we have a landscape full of islands, di ba? So,
Oh,
yun nga,
yeah.
pag titingin ka sa dagat, di ba? Parang yun pa lang eh, di ba? Meron na akong i-share lang sa'yo, sa inyo. Siguro hindi siya joke, pero it's a perspective na na-realize ko, nga, it's a good insight. One of my friends told me na, kasi syempre yun nga, you have some friends also who's into depression, and sabi niya lang, i-share ko lang, natuwa ako, pero sinabi niya, Tin, you know what? Bring her to the ocean. And sige, tingnan natin kung hindi siya kakumpay para mag-strive siya para makalangoy. At you know what? Kasi you know, people, syempre pag you're depressed, parang gusto mo na lang magpalunod or what. But pag nagpunta ka na daw sa ocean, kunwari nandun ka sa probably 6 feet o 5, 6 ka lang. Talagang gagawa ka ng paraan para
To survive.
di ba?
Correct.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a good insight. Oh, nga, no? I mean, you still want to live. I mean, some people would be praying na sana mabuhay pa sila because like they have like probably a year to live because of a disease. Diba? Parang, I believe that, you know, we should live like with a perspective of eternal perspective, not only temporary. Kasi nga, yun nga, sakto sa ano natin no, sa programa Travel Well. We should, I think, travel well this life. Because traveling, di ba, gives you a perspective na hindi naman permanent everything eh. Everything is temporary and everything, I think, is pinahiram lang sa atin.
Correct.
Tama,
And that's
Angel.
why we should appreciate life more.
Right. Kaya kung may pinagdadaan naman ang ating mga audience ngayon, ngayon,
Yeah.
And
ayan.
just think na pag, alam mo, hindi naman bibigay ng God kung hindi mo kaya.
True.
Ibig sabihin,
Yes.
kaya mo yan. And aside from that, parang, I feel like, minsan we have to to go through these things. Kasi there's a lesson behind it. And also, makikita mo yung contrast when good things are here.
True.
Yes, take note
Kasi-
of that, no? Going through lang. Hindi ka naman dyan mag-stay forever. You'll get
Yeah,
through it.
Hindi mo bababaran.
Correct.
Totoo.
Don't stay there. It's embrace, of course, you know, ayoko din kasi yung toxic. They call it toxic positivity. Hindi okay lang yan. Kaya mo yan. Ganito yan. Without even knowing like, what's the status really
Yeah.
of this person.
Totoo.
Ang kailangan ba niya marinig yan? O baka kailangan lang niya ng makikinig?
True.
Yung mga ganon. Because, you know, every person is different. So,
yes.
it doesn't hurt to ask. Or-
It pays a little kindness, I think, and compassion, or probably empathy, para maintindihan natin yung iba. Kasi at times, di ba, parang, drama naman. But
Yeah.
no, it's really probably hard, you know.
yeah,
if-
like I said, different person, different things, but probably same or worse impact.
True.
Na yung simple sa'yo, grabe na pala talaga sa iba.
Sa iba.
So,
And at times, we judge immediately without knowing really what he's going through or she's
oh my
going
God.
through, di ba,
that-
Angel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this very well.
That's why we have to like, probably be mindful talaga about how we like.
But
even
also, one of the things I've also learned is, in one of my coaching sessions,
Yeah.
actually, I forgot na kung magagalit siya sa akin. But parang there's 4 powers that's in your control. Parang ganon. Your mind,
talk. Okay.
the things that goes out of your mouth,
Yes. Speech.
yeah, speech, and your actions.
Yeah.
Dapat ba yun? Alam ko parang may isa pa. Coach.
Sige lang.
But anyways, parang
Parang babalik
The thoughts.
si
I
Miss
think the
Angelia
thoughts.
Ong dito para
Babalik,
doon sa
for sure.
pang-apat. No?
alam ko 4 yun eh.
Your thoughts, your speech, your actions.
Yeah,
and-
so
yeah.
that's whatever. Of course, there's triggers everywhere,
True.
but how you react to it is up to
It's
you.
important. Yeah.
So
That's something you can
some things that
control,
you
diba?
don't have control, you can't
have
do
to let
anything
go.
about it. Accept it. You accept it.
Yes.
But then, after that, there's options of how you react to it. And sa akin kasi, parang, just always choose to be kind.
Yeah.
Kahit anong mangyari, may pagdaanan ka man. Dito na ako sobrang nag-struggle when I was going through things na parang I always chose the right things naman. Like, I always choose the right thing to do in circumstances. But like, why is this happening to me? And why is nobody listening to me? Yun yung mga self-doubt
Yeah.
and like questions that I had, oh my God, million times in my head first before I actually was able to even express it in words with other people. It's your mind is so powerful,
Yeah. Diba nga, Angel, it says in the Bible that rejoice in every trial that you experience because it produces perseverance. With perseverance, endurance, and it also molds your character. So I think that in itself is a thing. You've said that you've learned a lot also through
Yeah,
this.
I mean, grow, but don't lose yourself in the process
Yeah.
then. Hindi naman pwedeng sobrang ibang tao ka na. Like,
True.
a good balance pa rin. Alam ko, it's so easy to like, say it, pero, to actually do it, it's a process and every person has a different process.
True.
So, ako, I'm still gonna go through therapy sessions just to really fully heal from it, or at least get over it. I'm still healing
Yeah.
because
Right. Wow. So we appreciate your openness to us, Angel. No? That's inspiring enough to, doon sa makakarinig sa'yo din during this program. And yes, Coach Lynn?
I just want to ask Miss Angelia, syempre we have also these audiences na who cannot afford naman yung professional, no? Do you think yung friends, the true friends talaga that can listen to them is a good avenue for them to release, or
friends are our chosen family.
Yeah.
So of course it really helps. But if you know in yourself that there's really something different, I really suggest you seek professional help. Even just, I'm pretty sure that, your local barangay,
Yeah,
local
I think,
clinic,
yeah.
they're really putting so much effort into mental health
Right
now. And there are so many non-profit organizations
yes.
that you can actually reach out. Or if you're working for a company, the company can provide you actually.
Yeah.
If you can check on your employment, kasi may mga companies talaga na put a budget on that to help you, not just in your performance but in your mental health as well. Because if you're okay mentally, then you give better performance in general. So wag tayong mag-self-medicate, like I said, or ano ba tawag nito? Others kasi, I'm trying to remember the proper term. Like, for example, if someone has ADHD or something, they
medicate or
diagnose.
Okay, yeah.
So, for those kind of things, seek a professional
help, yeah.
Oo, wag po nating i-base lahat sa TikTok po.
Yeah.
Alam ko masaya ang TikTok and I learned a lot so much also. Pero when it comes to your health, dun pa rin tayo sa professionals that can see you in person.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Angelia. Talaga, ayan, audiences, no? Sa mga walang budget, alam nyo, hanapin nyo lang yung barangay at kung saan naman na social media. You can actually search, no?
Oo, yung programs ngayon mas dumadami na.
Yes, wag po tayo mahihiya because there's a lot of non-government
Organizations are
that are
helping.
funded, like
Ayun.
privately,
Mental health.
that can help. And I think there are, I just don't have it right now, but there are, maybe, you guys can share if with a little, when maybe later or another time. There are phone numbers that you can actually try and call in case,
Right. Anyway, Angelia, thank you so much for sharing all those informative information. Of course, informative. Yeah, those
from the travels.
experiences. Yeah, and we've learned a lot of things from you. Of course, thank you for touching that very sensitive issue about mental health. And we really need that because, wellness, we're talking about holistic wellness, not only on our physical bodies, but also on our mental health. And Angel, again, of course, sana punta ka ulit sa amin dito nga sa Travel
I'll
Well.
visit again.
Definitely.
Of course.
'Cause we will be having programs also. Because you are an epitome of, a woman. And probably not only. Yung island girl talaga si Angel, diba? Most traveled, places.
Let me correct you then. Dun sa Island Girl. Island Babe.
Oh, yung.
Okay, that's a new title. Island Babe.
And probably for the programs, Angel, na-share mo kanina, we can also check out your social media, no?
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
catch those things.
yeah. You guys can follow me on at MissEarth.Angelia. I haven't been making much content because it's again, I really, really have high respect to content creators out there because I don't know how they do it. Like when you travel and do content as well. But yeah, I'm posting little by little the things that I've experienced the past 2.5 months, and hopefully in the near future I get to be, to get to give you more tips as I go along. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm still learning. Let's see, maybe TikTok can teach me.
Thank you.
But other than that, you can reach me there.
Thank you so much, Angel. We'll have more of you for sure. Thank you, Coach Clint.
Thank you, Coach Tin, of course. And Miss Angelia, thank you so much. We are very grateful to have you here. And of
Super.
course, we'll hope to see you soon again.
And again, audience, good evening. Let your wellness
Take you to
places. Travel well.
Sumainyo ang pinakabagong programa sa DWIZ hanggang sa susunod na Lunes, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi. Travel well. Let your wellness take you to places.